Alrighty. Hey guys, Nicole and Alyssa here again to cover unemployment benefits. Similar format to our last video. We're going to be breaking down the benefits through common questions about what's in the plan. We definitely want to reiterate that we are not attorneys. This is not certified legal advice. This is our interpretation of the data and research we've read through.
We've done a lot of research and read through a lot.
Yeah, exactly. And we definitely recommend verifying anything that's specific to your scenario through an attorney. There's also, it's important to know that there have been a ton of changes to this information over the last few weeks. So we're giving you the most updated information that we have. Today is April 9th, but if you're watching this video later, there may be some new info. So shoot us a message if you're looking to clarify anything. Alyssa, why don't we start off with who is going to be covered by the plan and who is not going to be covered?
Sure. So unemployment benefits are going to cover workers laid off or furloughed due to anything COVID-19, workers who quit due to COVID-19, workers caring for children or other dependents at home, self-employed workers unable to work due to COVID-19, workers who were scheduled to begin employment but can't because of COVID-19, individuals who are now the primary breadwinner because because somebody in their household died of COVID-19. So if you fall into any of those categories, you're covered. So it's a pretty broad spectrum.
Okay.
So groups who are not eligible for unemployment are workers who are able to do their jobs remotely, workers who are on paid sick or family leave. So pretty much you can't double dip. Workers who quit their jobs for reasons unrelated to COVID-19, individuals with no job or plan to start a job, and individuals who have found new employment. So if you're getting paid by a job, you're not eligible.
Got it. However, it's important to note that California and likely other states are currently in limbo right now with the federal government over these unemployment benefits.
So why?
Okay, well, let's break that down. So millions of gig economy, contract, and furloughed workers that were promised that they would qualify for unemployment benefits for the first time during the coronavirus are currently in limbo because supposedly it could be weeks or longer before the newly eligible workers get help. The states are waiting for clarification from the Labor Department about precisely who qualifies, what documentation is required. And then on top of that, the states are going to have to race to modify their existing unemployment insurance systems to include the expanded pool of recipients. So the state and the federal government have to be on the same page, basically. In California, officials are discouraging such workers, including those who have seen their hours cut drastically but still have jobs, from even applying at this time. California officials are also saying that they need more information and details from the Labor Department before they can proceed. Unemployment is a shared state and federal program, like I mentioned, so they have to be on the same page, and violating the federal rules can definitely have ramifications for states. So that's a lot of information, but let's get into how much are people going to receive?
Okay, so it depends on your state. Benefits will be expanded in an attempt to replace the average worker's paycheck. So the average worker earns about $1,000 a week. The unemployment benefits often replace about 40 to 45% of that. The expansion will pay an extra amount to fill the gap. So that amount from the federal government is going to be $600 per week of federal employment plus whatever your state offers you. So give me an example.
Our example, so what about a worker, let's say in New York, making $1,100 per week? She's eligible for the maximum state unemployment benefits for $504 per week.
Exactly. And then she'll get the 504 from New York State plus an additional 600 of federal pandemic unemployment compensation. So that would total actually a little bit more than what she would normally make, replacing her current paycheck. Do you know if you have to apply for the federal unemployment separately?
No, you don't have to apply. Your eligibility is going to depend on whether or not you qualify for state or other federal unemployment benefits.
Awesome. How do you know if you'll get the full 600?
So the full 600, just to reiterate, is federal government unemployment. And according to the Labor Department, if you're eligible for at least $1 of state level or federal level unemployment compensation, you're going to get the full 600. And the extra 600 payment is going to last until July 31st. That's when it ends.
If
So,
you don't get other income, right? You can't,
yeah,
again,
yeah.
you can't double dip.
If you get a job, if you're getting paid time off, you can't, you're not going to get these benefits.
Okay.
So what about part-time workers? If you're a part-time worker and you lost your job, what I know some states don't typically cover part-time workers. Are you covered in this case?
So supposedly, yes, but again, it's going to fall into that. If your state doesn't typically cover part-time, then you kind of fall into that expanded benefits category. So your state's going to have to get on the same page as the federal government before any checks start flowing.
Gotcha. What about the broader program? How long does that last?
So the expanded unemployment benefits will start January 27th, 2020, and they should go through December 31st, 2020. For a maximum, you can collect up to 39 weeks. And then the expanded federal benefits will be $600 weekly for up to 4 weeks.
Okay. So if I'm already receiving unemployment benefits, can I get any more help?
Yes. So from what we understand, if you're already receiving unemployment benefits, even unrelated to coronavirus, you can get extended by up to 13 weeks, and you'll also get the $600 additional weekly benefit from the federal government.
Nice. And that covers also if your unemployment recently ran out, correct?
Yeah. So if your unemployment recently ran out, you can reapply to get those extended 13 weeks of benefits along with the additional 600.
Okay, cool.
So another question that I've been getting is, if I qualify for unemployment, will the pay I receive start from the day I lost my job or the day I filed the claim?
That's a great question. I've gotten that too. Under federal rules, people will receive benefits backdated to when they became unemployed. So, because of the coronavirus, not when they apply. So in the end, workers should not be receiving less money due to delays.
Okay, good.
What about how long are we going to have to wait for these benefits?
That is a great question. If you're not in the expanded pool of self-employed, gig workers, all of that, you should be able to receive your benefits fairly quickly. If you do fall into that expanded pool of individuals, get comfortable, don't hold your breath, because there's a lot of things that have to happen in order for you to get paid. But be assured at some point you will get paid and you'll get back pay.
Okay. What about, are the benefits taxable?
They sure are. So you will have to claim them as income and you will get taxed. So the same goes for the $600 a month federally.
So I think, we just gave a lot of good information, but when it comes down to the bottom line, should we apply for unemployment? I know there's other programs. What makes sense, applying for unemployment or the other programs, and doing some research on those?
Yeah, so what we've found so far is, number one, if you're a W-2 employee and you lost your job due to a circumstance related to COVID-19, or you had to quit because of it, and your employer isn't offering you other unemployment benefits, then yes, you should definitely apply for unemployment. Now, if you're a business owner, a sole proprietor, or an independent contractor, if you make less than $50,000 in a year, then I think that the unemployment is going to be the best route for you once they figure it out. If you make more than $50,000 in a year, then you're going to want to stay tuned, because we have been looking into some other programs that might be a better fit for you.
Okay. So if unemployment is the route for you guys, go onto your state's website, register first, then submit a claim. We're going to include the California's website below to get you started. And be patient. If you have any further questions that we haven't already covered in this video, please reach out so that we can help.
Yep. And just if you have questions in general about things we haven't covered, we would love to talk to you. So let us know and we'll cover it in an upcoming video.
Bye, guys. Stay
Bye.
safe.
Thanks, Nicole. All right.